Yeah, I'm different. Nah, I don't fit their system. So let the map class that's a fact. Never backtrack. ADD's my life hack.
Is going on, everybody? Moradagna here, back with another Diablo 4 video. Today we're talking about how to level quickly. So as you can see, I am level 100. I did do this the other day, but then I was a bit busy before I could record this video. But we have reached all of the Paragon and all of the skills, and we have managed to get to the final level, meaning I still can't beat Lilith because Lilith is a pain in the bum. But that being said, we are going to discuss how to level the most efficient. So first things first is what we're going to do is we're going to be talking about the 1 to 50, because 1 to 50 is the first lot. I will be expecting that you've already done the story if you're looking at this video, but if you haven't, just rush through the story as fast as possible, or at your own pace if it's your first time, and you will be able to get to around 48 anyway, so you'll just need to do a few more dungeons to get to level 50. But if you are starting an alt, then the main way that you want to level up, if you've already got this, is you'll start over in Kiovashad. So the way that you will want to level up is looking for the Grim Favors. Now don't just rush only these. So say if we started over here, what you'd want to do is you'd want to make your way over to a Grim Favor dungeon and do that dungeon, because that will give you some Grim Favor towards the Tree of Whispers, and that gives you a decent amount of XP. So I will just log on to my second character, my Barbarian, and I will show you what I mean. Okay, so we are on my Barbarian, and this is only a level 20. So one of the main things if you want to level the most efficiently is making sure you always have a potion on. So potions, if we actually go over to the consumable, give you a 5% increase in it should be everything. It doesn't say mob slaying, so everything you do, so quests, dungeons, Grim Favor rewards and so forth, will allow you to get a 5% XP bonus every time. So the major quest you'll be wanting to complete is this one, so harvest the souls. As you can see, we're harvesting souls. So if we go over to this event, if you do see one of these harvest a soul ones, you'll want to jump over to an event and hope for dear Lord that it's a good event, because some events are a little bit annoying. But this will spawn a crap load of mobs. So when we're spawning these crap load of mobs, you will see, if I don't pick them up instantly, we're getting a load of orbs spawn. So we can actually just grab all these orbs, and it will also give us the event XP. Unfortunately, this event isn't actually part of the Grim Favors quest. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. But once you've farmed up all of these, as you will see in a minute, so I will just complete this event while we're going. And give me a second, it should be... We're on, as you can see, we were started on around 28-ish after killing a few mobs as well. So once we've got to the maximum, you'll see that we'll be given a fair amount of elites. Sorry for that email, if you heard the email. I should really have muted that before I started, but here we have almost got the entirety of our harvest. Now I've got the full harvest. We should really complete this event, so don't just rush to go and do the harvest once you've finished the event. Well, before you finish the event, because the event does give you some reasonable XP. As you can see, I've got about half a bar just from doing that event, and I just need to kill 2 more enemies. And we got 2,000 XP, so we got a decent amount of loot there. Loot is obviously not the main priority in this, but I will look at that later. And then if we go over here, as you may be familiar with these already, we just go and grab these, and we get 3 elite spawn. And this is some quick more XP, so just kill these, and this the elites will give you a decent amount of XP, and then we got 4,000 XP from there. Obviously, this is variant on your level, so if you are actually a higher level, you will be getting more. But like I said, do not focus purely on this. If you are like one away, then by all means. So if we go over here and kill a load of these bandits, so it says find the find the bandit chief. So if I go and kill the bandit chief, also what I would also recommend is, especially if you're at the lower level, is if there's a pack of mobs, just kill them, because mobs are one of the more efficient ways of killing things, killing ads and other things. So of course we are not in nightmare dungeons, and we'll get to nightmare dungeons shortly. But once you have the whispering tree, so this one is find the corpse. Sometimes this is a pain in the bum to find. It should show up on your map if you're close enough, but it doesn't always show on your map straight away. So you just have to do a little bit of a wander around to find it, which is why I don't recommend just seeking them out. But if you do happen to walk past it, then it is worthwhile. Someone has found a mob. Is this the... Ah, there you go. So we found the shivering mages. So now we have the whispering tree. If we go over here and we finish the whispering tree's quest, we should get another decent amount of XP. As again, this is also level dependent, so it will actually increment per level. So when I was on my main character, my Necro, I was getting like 168, 120, and 180,000 towards the later levels. Let's just do amulets, because why not? And as you can see, we got, so I didn't see how much XP. Oh, there you go, 18,000 XP, which is a lot of XP for that. It's around 20% of a level almost. 20%, maybe a third, almost a third of the level just from that. And then you also get a decent amount of gear, so it does help you out in your leveling process anyway. But we also, the reason why we do the dungeons instead of just doing following these is because dungeons give you 5 of those. So if you have enough, try and bear in mind also, however, if you are in a zone, for example this one, it is level 36, so you won't really be doing that very efficiently. So I wouldn't recommend doing the higher level dungeons, because even if it takes away 10% of your leveling speed or killing speed, then it's not worth doing. It's really not worth doing. But I'm just going to stop talking now, and I'm gonna speed run through another one and see what level we get to. So I'm going to do the dungeon, and I'm gonna do an event, and then I'm gonna get the remaining stuff for our tree. So I will speed it up, and we will see how much XP I get. Alright, so we're just going to hand this in and we will see if we level up. I don't know if we'll level up on that, but we have leveled up a fair few times. I'm pretty sure it's been like 2 to 3 levels. We'll just get 2 iron weapons. Oh god, we don't have enough inventory space for that, so it might have been in a stash maybe. I don't know where the heck that went. We just handed it in and it disappeared. Did it go in our stash? Where did it go? Interesting, so if you don't have enough inventory space to pick it up, it disappeared. Well, that's not very nice. Anyway, so as you can see, we've leveled up a fair amount. So what we're going to discuss now is, let me just find my piece of paper where I've got the actual thing, so I'll just pause the video. 1 second. Okay, I seem to have misplaced my piece of paper that had all of the things noted on, but I remember most of them. So once you've hit level 50, so say we hit level 50 now, I'll actually log on to my second character. Okay, so my entire PC, there we go. So once you've hit level 50, so imagine this is a level 50 character, you will want to be using the dungeons, so the nightmare dungeons, because nightmare dungeons have had a massive XP bonus that have been introduced to it, so it's been buffed by 80%. So the main dungeons that you want to focus on are Blind Burrows. Blind Burrows is the #1 dungeon, because once you turn it in, even though it's been nerfed in the normal, if you use a nightmare dungeon version, the mob capacity amount is insane, so you'll get so much XP from Blind Burrows. But if you don't, obviously that would depend on if you had a specific nightmare dungeon for Blind Burrows every time, which is pretty impossible. So the ones you will be looking for are Sunken Ruins. This one is a really, really good one. Another massive mob capacity. You have Moorwood and Alderwood, and those 4 alone are really, really, really good for leveling up. One thing that you'll want to do is, if you have enough gear, you want to be focusing on doing at least 3 levels. Now I say at least 3 levels because if you do higher, there you can get up to a 35% increase, whereas 3 levels above give you a 25% increase. Not a 20% increase in XP. So on top of the XP potion, which gives you 5%, and then all the way up to a 35 or 30, yeah, I think it's 35% XP bonus for doing higher levels. Now, one thing to note is, do not jump into a dungeon that you cannot beat, or not cannot beat. If you are going 10% slower than you would be normally, it's not worth doing. It's worth going down a tier, and then you'll be able to level up even faster, because you want to be able to find that middle ground of efficiency and speed with also the amount of XP per mob. This is the way I got to level 100, literally just grinding out the nightmare dungeons. As you can see on my paragons, I've got a fair few of my glyphs as level 21, and this is by far one of the fastest ways now. You will get a lot of gear as well, but it's not the best gear like to find. I will cover another video shortly about how to get the best gear and specifically target gear, etc., or where's the best place to find end game gear. My character is still getting up there with the end game gear, but I do have a lot of the end game gear now. But yeah, that is around it for the video. Blind Burrows itself, when I calculated it, it gives you around 3 million-ish, 2 million to 3 million towards the later levels on XP per run on a nightmare. As long as it's on nightmare, because on normal, all of the dungeons have been nerfed significantly with the mob capacity, so everybody starts doing the nightmare. So I hope this video has been helpful for you. If it has, then hit the like and subscribe button if you want to see more. And I will see you all next time. Happy leveling. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.
Yeah, I'm different. Nah, I don't fit their system. So let the map class that's a fact. Never backtrack. ADD's my life hack. Addicted to spitting rap. Angels on my back. 111, telling me to carry on.